What you imagine a lofted rocket launch to be is you piloting an armed helicopter, penetrating the front lines at an extremely low altitude, then pulling up the aircraft to salvo a wave of rockets, immediately breaking away while deploying flares and turning to leave. However, you don't know where the rockets you fired will land. Accuracy is entirely up to chance. Some friends also think that a lofted rocket launch must be with CCIP or CCIP bombing, where the trajectory is calculated by a fire control computer. In reality, this thing is not CCIP, nor is it CCRP. In practice, it's not that complicated. Based on the Russian military's live HUD instruction, we'll talk as we fly. First, you need to find the target position, then select an appropriate strike distance and impact angle. For example, with a helicopter carrying S-8 rockets, an elevation of 30 to 40 degrees can achieve a range of about 11.1 kilometers. Then, you set a point 11.1 kilometers from the target on the navigation. Once you fly to the 11.1 kilometer mark, as long as the aircraft heading is accurate, you simply tilt up 30 degrees and fire a salvo of rockets. This method can even be done without modern navigation equipment. You can just use a landmark as a reference point. In reality, Russian pilots don't just pull up to exactly 30 degrees. They give a gentle pull to ensure the rockets are fired between 30 and 40 degrees. Looking at another Ka-52, it's the same operation, ensuring rockets are fired between 30 and 40 degrees, and then the pilot deploys flares and exits. As for the accuracy issue, unguided rockets, combined with a high toss trajectory and the influence of wind, often lack high precision. Therefore, the Russian military's solution is for 2 to 3 armed helicopters to salvo rockets at one position together, using quantity to compensate for the accuracy problem while also achieving suppression and coverage. For unguided rockets, the Russians use the simplest method. Such an operation is also to improve higher survivability, given that Ukraine's air defense systems indeed pose a certain threat to Russian helicopters. Well, this video has taught everyone the method of lofted rocket launching. Before the operation, you only need to understand the rocket's range chart, just like artillery. Control the azimuth, distance, elevation, and wind direction. We'll see you in the next episode.